I'd like to call the City of LaPorte Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. It is September 16th and 9:02 a.m. Courtney Parthune, lead us in the pledge, please.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Clerk Treasurer Parthune.
Member Romine?
Here.
Mayor Dermody?
Present.
Member Kosher is absent. 2 present, 1 absent.
Do we need now individual roll call for each vote with 2 of us or no?
No.
Approval of September 3rd, 2025 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Public comment. I do not have any public comment cards at this time. Clerk Treasurer Parthune.
Okay, we have September 12th payroll, $558,751.77.
Make a motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
We have civil city claims in the amount of $453,699.08.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Sewage claims in the amount of $182,485.15.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
And then we have water claims in the amount of $215,116.24.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Enterprise leases.
If we also have Nick Dooley on. So for 2026, recently we signed an agreement for fleet management with Enterprise Fleet Management. For 2026, Nick Dooley is kindly helping us plan the leases that are coming due that we are replacing for the budget year 2026, which is what this list entails. So I'll kind of let him go through everything. Heavy on the police vehicles as expected, but we'll let Nick take over here.
Nick, welcome. Kind of early for the winter gear wearing, isn't it?
You know, I'm originally an Arizona native, so anything below 75 degrees is getting to me. So, just kidding. But you guys all have the list up. Do you need me to pull the list up here on the screen to share it, or what's going to be the best way to work for you guys?
That would be great for the public.
Perfect. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is just zoom in here. So currently we have one vehicle that's delivered. There's a few of these that are yet to be delivered just based off aftermarket upfitting and whatnot. With the staggering of some of these leases, we're going to take the approach of mainly ordering these from the factory, which is going to be the lowest delivered cost on these vehicles. These first 5 that are going to 2 going to engineering and 3 going to code. We are planning on searching for these vehicles out of stock at a dealer and then putting these vehicles on leases starting January 1, as their current leases are expiring December of 2025. These first set of vehicles here that are going to fire, or a few of these are fire, but the majority police are all going to be Durango Pursuits. As we see here in column I, we are working on essentially securing these orders first and staggering the delivery to align best with when the current lease expiration is coming to date.
And Nick,
As
I think it's important to understand on these due dates, it'll be difficult if vehicles do not make it on time. The current supplier says they cannot or will not extend the lease past the date that we agreed upon.
Tom, your microphone is kind of cutting out. It's distorting how it's coming through on my end.
No, just about that, we cannot, we have to make sure vehicles hit on time. The current supplier is not extending that lease or able to extend that lease past when it's been agreed upon.
It's not coming through clear.
Okay, well, I think you probably are aware, is that better?
No, it's still not feedback. I don't know if it's kind of sharing or not. Let me stop sharing and see if that will.
Take the earmuffs off, we can go, maybe that will help.
Can you say that one more time?
Can you hear me now?
No, it's still.
Okay, I'll follow up after the meeting.
So I'm going to Nick, can you hear me?
No, it's all.
Nick, we're going to come back to you. We're going to come back to you and a couple of other things.
He can answer when he comes back, and I just want to recap. So the leases that we are in need of for budget year 2026 are currently what's being brought to the Board of Works, 23 PD vehicles, 4 fire, 3 code, 2 engineering. All of those besides 1 additional fire vehicle and 1 additional code vehicle were leases with the prior supplier. The fire department owned a 2014 vehicle, so that will be, turning that in, getting it for retail and getting a lease on that. And then code is in need of an additional lease vehicle. So the 2026 cost is at the bottom for all of those leases, including the one-time upfit of the police and fire vehicles. You'll see a $15 fee for that's just registration for normal vehicles. It's $2,500 at the cap to upfit police vehicles, the lights, I don't even know what goes into that. I'm sure the chiefs can let us know what that, but with the, for fire vehicles with the light, what is that called? I'm not good at all that stuff. Chief Snyder, preemption, the preemption. And the police have lights and sound bar, whatever they have. So that's the one-time cost in that column, the $2,500. Total cost for 2026 is $335,304.80. We need board of approval to get those vehicles factory ordered on most of them, so that we can have them in time for their current lease due date expirations.
And this 335 is also a savings compared to what we paid in the past, with our goal of being less than $500,000 a year.
The goal is less than $500,000 a year
So that's
for
the good
vehicles
news.
and repairs and maintenance, yes.
Okay. I make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. Do we need Nick for that then?
I don't, if you need him to answer more questions, that's,
Then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Take care of the vehicles so we keep that insurance below.
please.
Department head reports, clerk treasurer. Nick Minnick, engineering. Jerry Jackson, wastewater.
Just report that our lightning vehicles are in quality control at Ford and should arrive in the next few weeks.
And lightning vehicles for the public's.
Our electric Ford F-150s.
How you like that? Great. Tim Werner, water.
Thank you and good morning. I just wanted to let the public know that the water department crew is finished up on Park Street with all the water main installation out there, and the water main installation for the apartment complex would be on the east side of Park Road. And also make the public aware that we will continue to have Central closed at least till September 25th. Might be pushed out a couple days for tie-ins for the new future well field that pipeline will bring the raw water supply to the Lake Street plant to ensure redundancy in our system. So I just asked the public to use caution in that area. There will be workers out there. But it's something we need to do to ensure the redundancy of our system.
But also for the public's knowledge, I think it's important to recognize, and we can always do better. Everyone can do better, but how engineering, water, wastewater are working together on this project. And so the paving won't happen, the majority of the paving won't happen until after your project is completed. So we're not coming back in a year or two to dig the road up, correct? It's good. Jess Spoljaric. Andrea Smith, HR. Mark Schreiber, Parks.
Morning. We have a couple events coming up that I wanted to highlight. Obviously, this Saturday is the big day for the 26th Annual Sunflower Fair. We have over 100 vendors, over 24 food and drink vendors. We've got kids' activities. We've got live music starting at 10 a.m. We've got the rib cook-off, the Sunflower Fair contest. So something for everybody this Saturday from 8 to 4 on Michigan Avenue in downtown LaPorte. So hope to have a great turnout for the Sunflower Fair. For more information, go to sunflowerfair.com on the website, or you can find it on Facebook. And then on Saturday, September 27th, there will be a Kiwanis pop-up picnic at Ben Reese Park from 11 to 1. These are always fun opportunities for folks in the neighborhood to come out and kind of get to know Kiwanis, but also there's a lot of kids' activities. Police and fire are always there to greet everybody, so it's always a great day. And that's on the 27th at Ben Reese Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Craig Phillips, Planning. Mike Fraze, Streets.
We're taking down several trees this week for a sidewalk project. There are different areas in town, street sweeping downtown and patching.
And could you explain for the public's edification regarding the, I don't know what the official term was, speed, it's not a speed bump, but a speed calming at Riley School?
Yeah, it's something like what they got at the LaPorte Hospital. It's where you go over nice and easy, as long as you take it slow. You can't go fast, but.
And I think speaking, and I appreciate Assistant Chief Ferguson being open to the concept of maybe a few more of those in strategic positions throughout the city, because our officers, everybody calls and said, can you have an officer sit here? Can you have an officer sit there? We can't 24/7 have officers there. So we're going to work together to say maybe some of these calming measures can be put elsewhere where there are large complaints. So look forward to that.
Alrighty.
Bert Cook, Economic Development. Roscoe Hoffman, IT.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, Ms. Romine. Just an update. Early this morning, we did have an issue with OpenGov on the employee end and on the customer end. It's since been resolved. We did get in contact with OpenGov, so if anybody experienced any issues early this morning, it's been resolved, and they should be able to, on employee and customer end, should be able to access.
Thank you.
Nothing further.
I'm not sure how I like you were eyeballing me there leaving, so I got to say that. Chief Snyder.
Nothing this morning.
Chief Ferguson, Assistant Chief Ferguson.
Good morning. I just have two MOUs, memorandum of understanding. One, the first is going to include HealthLink and the City of LaPorte, and it's basically the continuation of the pay scheduling for our social worker at the PD, Caitlin Benson. And the second is going to be a memorandum of understanding between Franciscan Health, Michigan City, and the City of LaPorte, and it entails from now on, we will be, Franciscan shall be paying the LaPorte an amount of $75 per hour in return for firearms training. And basically what that is Franciscan has their own, in essence, police force. They're armed, they have police powers, they have arrest powers. Our department has been qualifying them, I think, for at least 2 years now. And what I mean by that is our firearms instructors We'll have them come out and shoot their qualifications, and then we'll certify them so they can keep their accreditation. And the understanding is now that in the past, they haven't been paying us for that, but moving forward, they will at 75 per hour, so.
Perfect, thank you. Also, I'd like to thank our public safety teams, both fire and police and fire. We had 2 bomb threats over the weekend, and I just thought you guys were both on it. You dealt with it, and I look forward to hearing how the process of accountability comes for whoever did that, and moving forward, because again, whoever did that needs to be held accountable, so we do appreciate that. Jeff Batchelor, Code Enforcement.
Yeah, we're gonna be working on a Teledyne, getting that place cleaned up more. And then also Norfolk Southern has property over on Hines and Brighton Street. And we cleaned it off one time and they went and put vehicles back on it again. So we're gonna meet with the owner of that place and talk to them about cleaning it off.
Well, it's not Norfolk that's doing it, it's an individual that's choosing that does not have approval to put the vehicles on their property.
Right, they're trespassing.
So, thank you. Department heads that do not have business before this board can go have a great day. Nick Otis, anything from a legal perspective?
Nothing other than what's on the agenda.
Any introductions, if you'd like to?
I do have Attorney Rachel Doty with me from Newby Lewis, Kaminsky and Jones, so observing today, learning how to keep you in check.
Rachel, you came back after yesterday. Welcome.
You didn't scare me off.
I thought Nick might have, so. All right. New business, several requests. It's that time of year.
A lot going on. So we have 4 requests. The first one is from Emily Ferenzi. I'm not sure if I'm saying her last name correctly, but she is the owner of Emmy's Bakery. She would like to do a cookie cutter holiday market with local crafters, Christmas tree farm, carolers, like the whole shebang. She's provided the date. It's November 29th. The setup would be from 1, they would set up at 1 and have everything down by 7. She is asking to use basically the Listitch area, the area of Monroe Street that we use for Friday Night Lives, to do this.
Mr. Phillips, police, fire, I think we're all okay with this.
Yeah, no issue with it.
Schreiber.
Mr. Schreiber, if you could come forward to the mic. I would also like to add, I appreciate the cookie cutter, but she does make wonderful pies, and if pies could be included as well, would be excellent.
I don't know what exactly the ice rink will be set up at that time, so I don't know if she's
Okay.
asking for all of that parking lot area or,
She asked only for the street area,
okay.
Monroe Street between State and Lincoln Way. Does that?
No, Monroe Street's fine. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't, because
Okay,
typically
and I
for
will-
Friday Night Lives, we use all that area. so-
No, I'll note that with the parking lot.
Okay.
Could we also base that on approval of Mr. Schreiber speaking to Emily, just to make sure we're all on the same page? Motion,
Motion to approve.
second, discussion? With the addition of pie. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Okay. And she did provide her a certificate of insurance and everything also. I just wanted to note that. The second one is, Mark, you should have stayed up here, Sunflower Fair. So our annual downtown festival that includes vendors and live music and food trucks. And it just gets bigger every year. So they are requesting that Michigan Avenue be closed from Lincoln Way to Osborne, and then all the side streets between there from Monroe to Indiana, and that would be Jefferson, Maple, and Harrison. The closure would start Friday evening, and then it would be opened up by 6 p.m. on Saturday. So it's basically a 24-hour closure.
Police, fire?
No issues on our end.
Make a,
Oh, Mr. Schreiber, are you looking for volunteers?
Yes, definitely need some volunteers Saturday morning and then again late Saturday, so.
Can call the police, or can call the park department,
Maybe call the Civic Auditorium,
which is 362?
2325.
Thank you.
What kind of volunteers do you need, Mark?
know about the morning, I don't know about the afternoon.
Yeah, so we always need volunteers in the morning for setup, to help us move picnic tables, everything like that. So that is a big need this year. And again, at the end of the day, to help move everything back off and get the picnic tables off, get the trash up. So again, anybody willing to come out and help, either in the morning before 8 or in the afternoon after 4, can call the Civic, 362-2325. Thank you.
Maybe Mr. Jackson is available to help with his crew? Could ask
We'll check and see. if
from the
he's got
county.
people.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The third one is also pretty exciting, LaPorte High School Homecoming Parade. They're changing it up a little bit. They've tried a couple different paths, and this year they're asking to close State Street from Flagstar Bank to the county complex and use State Street, that section of State Street for their homecoming parade. It would be on October 6th, which is a Monday, and the time that it would be closed would be approximately 2 hours, 5:30 to 7:30, and that includes the setup and takedown for, to make sure that everybody's safe. They're also asking if they could use our section of the parking lot at the corner of State Street and Monroe Street, that possible have some food vendors and maybe people selling slicer gear, things like that.
Any issues with State Street?
No issues.
Well, I think this is very exciting. Hopefully, we'll get the community engaged. If we can get the community out to support our school system and support homecoming, I think is fabulous. We have a couple of young ladies from the school system wearing their orange and black. Ladies, come forward. Tell us about homecoming week and state your name and address for the record. And we're excited to be a part of this and help you.
I wanted to note that they are talking to the vendors in the area. Mostly it would be after business hours, but they are speaking to the vendors.
So I'm Angela Lowry. I lead the student council at LaPorte High School, and
I'm Nicole Wilsonski. I'm just a teacher there, but both my boys are the president and vice president, so I'm kind of on board that way.
yeah, we're just looking to get more community involvement in homecoming this year in the homecoming parade. So that's why we want to move it downtown to State Street. And
Typically it's on a Friday night before the game where a lot of clubs are already there. The football players can't be involved. I mean, not everyone is able to be part of it. So we were going back to like when we were in high school where I used to go down Lincoln Way and cars were all around. So we were trying to think of a safer way, but our whole point was to get the community back involved, trying to get outsiders to come in and just try to get more of the community and do the LaPorte spirit all around. Once a slicer, always a slicer kind of theme going back again. We want to get the elementary kids to show up. We want everyone to be there, everyone in orange and black, all sports, all clubs to be involved, any community who wants to be involved, trying to get the vendors out there. Just a big, great event for us to have and try to spring back.
Will the band be there as well?
We hope so.
Excellent. Well, this is fantastic, whatever we can do to help. And ladies, thanks for this special homecoming. Hopefully we can set a new standard.
Thank you.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Birthday party.
Yeah, our last one is a birthday party for 18th birthday, and they are asking to close a small section of Closser Ave in front of 504 to 516. They have talked to that's an entire block. I don't mean to make it sound like it's just in front of two houses or something. It's between Lane Street and Orchard, and they have talked to all the neighbors. The neighbors have all signed a little note that, that they're requesting to close it. It is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on a Saturday.
Concerns?
None for me.
Motion to
Also have
approve?
their insurance included here.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Request for temporary stop sign.
Oh, I don't know if anybody can
This,
speak to that.
Mayor, I think I can address this. I believe this is for the Fox Street, Kingsbury intersection. This went through Traffic Commission earlier this month. Obviously, with the construction going on Indiana Ave, the intersection, there's many people coming to that intersection where it's, I think, is it Southmore, Fox, and Kingsbury? It's kind of a unique intersection. There was a lot of close calls and maybe even some accidents potentially, but there's been a temporary stop sign put in at Kingsbury, and then I think a stop sign put in on Fox, and then some temporary pylons to direct traffic. I drive that multiple times a day. It is much improved. I think we're just looking for an approval from the Traffic Commission recommendation. Is that right, Andy?
That is correct, yes. The Traffic Commission recommended these. Actually, the Street Department has already moved forward with several of them, including the stop signs. We don't have the authority to place a stop sign for any length of time, but the Board of Public Works does have the authority to do it on a 30-day basis, and that's what we're asking for. Council could implement it permanently, but we're not looking for a permanent. We're just looking during the construction.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Just real quick, Chief Snyder, we probably just need to come back every month, just asking for reapproval of that. And obviously, this project's going to be a long time, but the intersection of Kingsbury may be opened. I don't know when that could still be a while, but they're going to move further north, and maybe that intersection opens up, and we're reevaluating this. But for right now, if you drive there, it makes a lot of sense what they've done.
Motion to approve.
Already.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Nick Otis, Spectrum Recycling.
Thank you. Mayor's already familiar with this agreement, but Ms. Romine, this is a settlement agreement between the City of LaPorte and DHS LLC, doing business as Spectrum Recycling. You're familiar with the eminent domain proceedings that have been going on between the city and Spectrum. This is a pretty complex case, eminent domain case, for two reasons. One, it involves the valuation of a commercial location, putting a value on that, and then also the relocation costs that the city is obligated to provide. There's oftentimes if you think about maybe a residential eminent domain, it's pretty easy. You can maybe disagree a little bit on the value of a property, but it's pretty cabined in. We're disagreeing on the value of the property and the relocation costs. Mayor worked directly with the business owner, Dave Shao, to come to an agreement that is before you today. Last night, the city council appropriated major move funds to allow for the first payment of $200,000 for this, and then the second payment would be made on or before March 30th of 2027.
And I would like to thank Dave Shao for the process of this agreement and making that happen. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second, discussion. And again, this is for an overpass that I think Mr. Minnick has been working on since a long time.
2017, I believe.
2017 coming to fruition, and we'll begin construction maybe next year, I think.
Currently started.
Perfect.
Utility relocation.
All in favor?
Mayor, I would just comment too, sorry, is that area, all the improvements the city has made along Clear Lake and in the parks in that area, this is one of those things to continue to improve that area. Not to be critical of his business, but a scrap metal business is not, that was maybe appropriate many, many years ago, but for the current use, that's not the best use in that area.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Assistant Chief Ferguson.
Thank you. Once again, just want to present the two memorandum of understandings. The first one is going to be between HealthLink and City of LaPorte Police, and this is for the city's part of the salary for Caitlin Benson, who is our social worker. We would submit an invoice to HealthLink on the 5th of the month in the amounts of $5,700 per month for October, November, and December of 2025. and then $3,656 per month for January 2026 through September 2026. And once again, that's for our contribution to her salary.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Jerry Jackson. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we did both. Okay, go
No.
ahead.
And the second MOU is between Franciscan Health, Michigan City, and the City of LaPorte, and that would be for Franciscan paying the City of LaPorte in the amount of $75 per hour, and that is for firearms certification for their security team.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Now, Jerry Jackson.
We've asked for quotes on 4 different pumps for our primary sludge pump replacement. We settled on one that we liked the most. We thought was going to be least trouble, most cost-effective in the long run. My crew ran over to Kent, Ohio to look at one of those pumps. And while they were there, they came across another model of pump that looked maybe more promising. So I've now asked for quotes on that pump, and I'm going to be delayed till next Board of Works to have the quotes here. So I'd like to table that, I guess, until.
Motion to table.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Where's the pricing coming in? We're able to quote it versus bid it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we're coming in. I'm gonna likely not recommend the lowest cost pump, so we'll have to go through that process. But the other item
Oh, hold on,
Yep.
all in favor?
To table.
To table,
Yep.
aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you. We've been investigating some sewer inspection equipment. I came across this stuff at an operators meeting. I go to those monthly to get my CEUs. The equipment sends sound frequencies down into the sewer, through the sewer up to the other manhole, and then there's a microphone that listens and a computer that talks between the two, and it runs through a range of frequencies to try to determine the condition of the sewer. What kind, is it blocked, what kind of shape is it in? And it, the guy didn't like it, but I use it as triage of the sewers. What needs work, what doesn't need work. And we went over to Michigan City. They've been using it for a couple years now, and they have a requirement through the federal government to clean their sewers at a certain pace to get all the way around them, and they weren't meeting that. This allows them to inspect and determine which sewers need to be cleaned, which ones they can skip and come around. So they took making around from, they weren't making the 5-year requirement to now they're gonna make a 3-year round all the way around. We then called the vendor, and the vendor brought the equipment, and we went and looked at some of our sewers. We picked an area where we kind of know we have some problems, but it was worthy of investigation. We hadn't been in there and cleaned for a while over in the Pennsylvania area. And we inspected 5 sewers using this, and it gives you more sophisticated analysis, but the operators right up front get a 0 through 10 scale. And we opened up manholes and everything looked kind of good. We found 3 sewers that were just fine, 2 that got like a 2 rating, even though looking down it looks just fine. Well, there were big masses of roots down, hadn't blocked the sewer, but there were masses of roots that were going to block the sewer, and this thing found them. So we were pretty impressed with this equipment. The other nice part about it is all the data they take is uploaded to the web, and Melissa can download it into our GIS, and so we have a record that we inspected these sewers, and then we generate work orders. So we say, okay, we need to clean these sewers in the neighborhood, should get us through the neighborhoods much quicker. So it seems like a very good piece of equipment. South Bend is now started looking at it because they were involved with us. And there's a few other communities local. It's used at, I think there's 35 communities that are using this equipment so far. So I'd recommend we make the purchase. It's not cheap. It's $35,110,000 for this equipment, but I think we'll get a quick payback just because we won't have to clean sewers that are already clean.
The cost savings, I think, is excellent. Do I have a motion to approve?
Yeah, sounds fantastic. So moved.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you very much. The guys have been, they've been very involved in this, and they're excited to get it going. This last item I got is
And I do appreciate the guys getting excited to clean sewers. I mean, the passion is literally there when you talk to them about this project and using
They
this.
also might get to skip cleaning
Yes.
some because they're already, I mean, that's pretty phenomenal.
They like being good at their job, and they also like not getting called out because there's sewer blockages.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's
That's
all
impressive.
all good.
All right, industrial wastewater discharge permits.
The state of Indiana inspected our pretreatment program, and they spent 2 days doing a paper chase and went and inspected some industries, and sent us a inspection summary / deficiency letter, and they were all pretty much, you lack this language in your permit, you lack this language in your sewer use permit, you lack this language in a treatment, in a industrial permit. So, not big items, but items we need to take care of. This is updating two permits, Howmet, and these two are classified as, in New York Blower, as metal treating industries. And then they're in a certain category, so these items are appropriate for just these two industries that they had in our inspection. And the issues are the same because this is just modifications of their permit, putting new language into their permits. There's supposed to be a requirement, and this is all fairly technical, there's supposed to be a requirement that if litigation happens, they have to retain their records longer. And we didn't have that requirement in there. We just had a solid number. You gotta retain your records. So it updates that. They didn't like we had a map that shows where the sample point is at and an actual plaque above the sample point manhole. But they wanted more specific to that. So Matt did a series of maps and pictures and has improved the location. So someone who knows nothing should be able to walk in and find the sample point. So that was the modification. The combined waste stream formula, if there's sewage mixed with the industrial waste, you use this formula. And it's appropriate in certain for categorical limitation industries and not for non-categorical, which means they have an EPA, like an EPA category that says you sample for this, this, and this. So anyways, we didn't state that in the permits. So we've now stated that. Both of them our permits didn't say whether they use cyanide or not, neither do. So we needed to add that to the permit. So those technical issues are now added to the permit. So I recommend approval of the modified permits for New York Blower and Howmet.
Motion?
So moved.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Nick Minnick, invoices. Excellent projects.
Yeah, we have some invoices, so we're getting used to the UEA reimbursement cycle in our office, so these were not on the docket, but normally they would be. The first is for the Lincoln Walk project for Pro Drive Asphalt in the amount of $22,980, and I would recommend approval.
Motion?
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
The next is for MCOR Hire. This is for the installation of 8 lighted bollards in the Listitch area, $9,725. This allowed for, we have some tree maintenance issues, we have some electrical issues, we have some needs by people who are there for markets, and this kind of solves a lot of those needs and kind of brings what we have in the plaza across the street onto Monroe to help facilitate the activity there. So I would recommend approval.
And if you haven't seen the bollards yet, I think Jamie Novak led this charge.
Yeah, Jamie did an excellent job. It was
Excellent.
a little challenging because we're dealing with needing locates and an electrical contractor and our street department assisted, and it was just, there were a lot of moving pieces. We're having NIPSCO do our locates as they were expiring, and then we'd have to start over, and it was just a long process, but
They
she
look
did a great
great,
job.
and it's nice to see them at night. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Then the last one is for Ozinga, and this was for the concrete to put the base of the bollards in. And again, this was, the work was actually completed by our street department, so thank you to them for the labor, and this is the material. 476, I would recommend approval.
So moved.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. As we look for reductions in electric costs, like everyone does, excellent work here on the solar agreement.
Yeah, so Tucker, do you want to, I have Tucker King.
Tucker
from
King, everybody.
Our office, Assistant Director, who also is the liaison for the Sustainability Commission, so share a little bit on this.
Yeah, so we've been working on and off on this for a little while, but it's finally coming to fruition, which I'm very excited about. We have a solar agreement in front of you guys that will install 2 new solar panel fields that will offset, in total, about 50% of the power used for the water department at 2 different facilities. We have our east plant and then our Kankakee well field. And in total, it'll provide us with about $2.3 million in savings, including the rebate that we're going to get. So
How much?
$2.3 million in savings over 25 years.
Excellent. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Comments? You know, I don't say enough. We all talk about the commitment, the passion that our department heads have, but we've got David Heinhold in planning and Tucker King here in engineering that have come back home that really do great work and think outside the box for the future of our community, so thank you.
I appreciate that, Mayor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. I'm sure you wanted to stay and speak longer, but David Heinhold.
David Heinel, planner. Just presenting the final plat for Phase 2 Hunterwood subdivision. It's a 19-lot interior road connection that connects to Park Street and Severs Road. Just to finish out the subdivision.
Would you like to share that here?
Yeah, I can bring this up.
Just right here between Ms. Romine and I?
Pretty simple road. Would have some photos to share, but the road is already in. Utilities, as was mentioned before, are already there. Just waiting for final plat approval. Plan Commission recommended approval last Tuesday.
And these are all, I'm sorry, residential, they're,
So like a mix of townhomes, like you kind of see. It's, the zoning is the same as what's on Park Street.
questions?
Mayor, this did go through Board of Zoning Appeals and with a favorable recommendation last week.
Plan Commission, sorry.
Is it Plan or BZA?
Plan Commission.
Okay, apologize, yep.
And there, how many townhomes?
There's 19 lots.
Lots. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Just want to leave this up here. I assume we'll sign that?
Yep.
Thank you. Unfinished business, other business, you know, with a focus to make sure all the residents have their voice heard, and accountability, transparency is something we've focused on since day one. We want to continue that. And while I give my cell phone out 24/7, some people just, I think, feel more comfortable coming in one-on-one, talking about issues. So we will begin what we're calling Thursday as Minutes with the Mayor, where people can come in from 8 to 9 a.m. this Thursday. Times will change, days will change, but 1 hour per week. We'll kind of get right to business so we can encourage as many people to be heard as possible. And this Thursday from 8 to 9 here at City Hall, there'll be one-on-one meetings. It will not be a public event, so people feel comfortable sharing whether it's their concerns, issues, solutions, or opportunities they see. Want them to feel comfortable. So one-on-one, privately, and we'll just hopefully have as many people as possible be heard, but we want to make sure your voice is included in the future of our community. So we're excited for that, and hopefully everybody, we can just, it's been a difficult week, difficult 2 weeks, all the unnecessary tragedy that's happened in our nation, and our team works just as hard, and it's okay to disagree, it's okay to debate, but the hate, and I think people in our community feel like they can set the standard. They've pointed out, a couple people, that the social media, we just have to stop and ignore and say not in LaPorte, that we're not going to take personal attacks, memes, and all these things. And it's nice to hear today, even in the early morning, people saying enough is enough, because it's never a threat until it is, until somebody decides to take it upon themselves. So let's get back to, myself included, get back to being decent individuals. It doesn't matter, Republican or Democrat, but sitting down, working together to make it a better community. And I think LaPorte's a great place that can set the standard. So look forward to seeing you Thursday from 8 to 9. And with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Have a wonderful day.